Right, so technical SEO one-on-one. How do you actually nail the basics of technical SEO? And this is very important because yes, you got the off-page SEO, right? That's links and all that. Yes, you got the on-page SEO, that's content. But then you also have to nail the technical SEO because yes, you can have amazing links. Yes, you can have amazing on-page SEO. But if you don't nail the three equally as good, you're leaving money on the table, right? Because you want to do technical, on-page and off-page in order to increase your chances for your site to rank higher on search results, right? So that's super, super important. And in this video, I'm going to go over what the basics are, these little 6 steps, and also as well give you a little cheat sheet where you can check all that in your clients or your own site. So let's get straight into it. First things first is the title, right? I guess I'm going to cover all these ones and then just jump straight into the cheat because I think that's more valuable. So you want to nail your titles, right? Your meta titles, these are the ones. This is your meta title right here, right? In our case, it's vetted, hire vet SEO experts. This is a meta title. So all these are meta titles, right? Then meta description. That's obviously the thing below right here. We get it. This is why Vetted is the first ever freelance marketplace built, ran, and optimized by SEO freelancers. So that's your meta title, right? And both of these, of course, need to be optimized for search engines, right? Having your keywords in here as well, but also for click-through rates, right? You want to have engaging meta titles and meta descriptions to get users to click. But that's, I guess, a video for another time. But it's important to make them keyword optimized and SEO optimized, but also enticing to click on, right? Then the headings, I'll go over this in the inside of the sheet. Then structured data, that's schema markup. I have a video solely on this, which I'll link in the description. This is like little snippets of code that you add to your site. It's really helpful to get Google to understand what your site is about. Super, super valuable. Then the body, of course, the content on the site, and then image optimization, which I'll cover in just a second. So these are the 6 main things that you need to focus on for the basics of your technical SEO optimizations. Like I said, you can have off-page very well done, on-page very well done, but if you don't have the technical SEO aspect of things done, you're leaving money on the table. So it's very important that you can tackle these ones. So let's go over the sheet. I'll leave this I'll link for this in the description as well if you want to grab it, free to download. So yeah. So let me just do a quick zoom here, 150. Regarding the first thing, which was the title, right? I guess I'm going to do an overhead view of this. So is your title located in the head? Of course, if you're using WordPress, most likely it is. So as if you do go here and do view page source, your title should be inside of the head tag, which in this case it is. As you can see, head tag, that's the title, and our title is hire vetted SEO experts dash vetted, right? The brand name here. So, but if you're using WordPress or most of the CMSs, or if you haven't had a developer do it, most likely you'll pass this. Of course, you should have a title, so your title should be wrapped in the title tags. Make sure not to have duplicate titles. That goes for everything. Duplicate meta descriptions, duplicate content. Don't have duplicate anything on the site. That's a big no-no. Now, this is where the keyword optimization starts, right? Does your title have your main keyword in it? That's very, very important, right? Because your title is what your site is about. So it is important that it has the main keyword in it. Super, super important. Is the title below 30 characters? It should be ideally between 50 and 60, right? So make sure that the title isn't too short, because yeah, you can try to squeeze as much juice from it as you can. Don't make the title super short. Is it the same as the H1 tag? Ideally, it shouldn't be. For example, for us here at Vetted, the H1 is, by the way, this is a free plugin you can get. I'll leave a link in the description for this as well. The H1 is this, right? Leave the vetting to us and maximize your online success, hire vetted SEO experts. It is different from the main title, right? So you got all these little things to tackle, and you got all these opportunities to sprinkle in your keywords and optimize it from different ways. So make sure that you don't duplicate the H1s, the titles, all that. Make sure they're unique, right? Because every single thing has its purpose, right? The title has a purpose. The H1 here has a different purpose, right? So that's that. Moving on to the second thing, which is the meta description. Like I said, this little thing right here. And first things first is the meta description located in the head. Again, if you're using WordPress or any other CMS, this should be in there by default. Are you missing meta description? A lot of sites are missing meta descriptions. The best way to check it is just get this plugin and go here and see. Here you can check the meta title and meta description really quickly. So for any URL, just go to the site. For example, if I go to even here. Let me see if this has a, yeah, just a title, not a meta description, right? So this is a great way to find out if a site, your site or client's site, has a meta title and a meta description. Just click this little button right here and you can check it for yourself. But again, these are the basics, and most likely you've got the basics nailed down. Of course, no duplicate meta descriptions, very important. Don't duplicate things. Now the length should be ideally between 150 and 160, so make sure that you fall somewhat behind, in the middle of that. Don't make it too short, don't make it too long. Of course, don't make it too short, because then it's going to look weird, and it's not against Google's guidelines, but it's not their recommendation to make it that short, right? So that's one of the basics for the meta description. Then page headings are H1s being properly used in the key landing pages. So the H1, which is your main heading, right? In our case, is this one right here, should be used properly. And you should only have one H1 per page, right? Because the H1 tells Google what this page in specific is about. If we go, for example, for this one right here, the H1 here is going to be different, right? It's going to be, because this is a page for off-page SEO, the H1 here is higher vetted off-page SEO for less experts, right? Then we have H2s as well, right? Most popular vetted SEO experts, local one, whatever. So it has to follow a good hierarchy between your H1s to H6, right? So that's very important. Are H1s being duplicated and reused across pages? That's a big no-no, of course. And are they being used properly in the key landing pages, right? So you don't want to make your, you of course don't want to make your primary stuff an H6, right? So it goes like from most important to least important. So this should be an H1, sorry, then H2s, then H3s, right? And you gotta make it so that it follows a hierarchy that makes sense, right? I would never put this as an H1. Doesn't make sense, right? Because this is not a very important thing, and it's not something that characterizes this page in specific, right? So that's very important to know how to develop and structure your headings on your page. And again, a quick way to check it, just use this plugin and you can check all the headings right here, right? And also in a staircase kind of form. Then, structured data. Now this is Schema Markup. Again, I have a video solely on this, which I'll link in the description. A good way to check this is just go to validator.schema.org, put in your URL, and you can check if you have any type of structured data. For this site, we do have it, so you can just check it here. I won't go too deep into it. This is a subject for a video itself, but I got it here, so you can check it for yourself if you want. Then moving on to main body content, right? Are the key landing pages with thin body text. So you want to make sure that you don't have pages with 100, 200 words or 500 words. So if you are creating a page, you want to make sure that that page has some meat to it, right? Because if you're just going to create a page to have like 100 words in it, 500 words in it, it's not really worth it to create that page, because it will never have enough value in it most of the times, and most likely Google will not index it, right? So make sure that you don't have thin content pages, and if you do have them, make sure to add some more content to it, add images, graphs, tables, all that, to make it more of a worthy page, right? Does the on-page content on key landing pages provide in-depth information? Just like I said, make sure it provides in-depth information. Don't just create thin pages, right? Super, super important. Then image optimization. This is a big one. Of course, are you using images? Very, very important. Do the images contain the proper alt text? That's the little thing right here. If I go to this image to inspect element right here, I can even use this plugin. It's super easy. Just click of a button. No need to check the code, because you can do it with the code, but just go here and then go to images, and you can check the alt text. We have 206 images without alt text, which is a big no-no. But yeah, you can check the image here. As you can see, the image has this alt text, higher vetted SEO experts, right? And different images have different alt text, okay? So that's a big one, because you're telling Google what the image is about, right? You're giving Google all these little signals, which are very, very important, because you give them these little signals and all of them add up eventually. So it's super, super important. Is the image file name appropriate, right? Don't just upload images with a screenshot to 103.5.png, right? Make sure that the file name on the image characterizes the image itself. And is, of course, the image file as file size acceptable. Sorry, don't upload an image with 5 gigabytes, right? Try to optimize and compress the images as much as possible, because if you add optimized images in terms of file size to your site, the site's going to load faster, and of course a fast loading site is a better user experience for the users, which in turn can make your site rank faster, rank higher in Google. So all these little things by themselves might not do a lot, but if you do them one-on-one by themselves, they'll all add up, which is what we want here. So that's all in regards to image optimization. And that's essentially it in terms of this technical SEO. quick video, but these are like the basics that you need to nail down. Title, meta description, headings, schema markup, body, the content of course, and image optimization. So if you follow this, you have the basics down. So maybe in the future I'll do a more in-depth video, but if you got this nailed down, again, I'll leave a link for this sheet in the description. If you nail all this down, you're one step ahead of your competitors, because most of them most likely aren't doing all this. So make sure you do this. That's the video. By the way, if you want to grab the plugin, you just type in on the Google Chrome store Vetted SEO Helper, and you can get it for free. We're at 400 users, it's pretty cool. People like to use it. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description for this as well. And if you want to use a software to track your SEO efforts, you can use this one. It's called Campaigns.cafe. There's a free trial. Essentially, you put in a URL, you can track your rankings data, backlinks, top keywords, top pages. You can even put a competitor URL here and track their backlinks. It connects with Google Search Console, all that. Has a rank tracker embedded, referring domains, anchor tags, all that. This has a bunch of stuff. You can watch this video if you want to get a bit more in-depth data of what exactly the tool does. But yeah, I'll leave a link for this in the description. You can try it for free for 7 days. If you don't like it, just cancel it. So yeah, that's it. And yeah, I'll leave a link for this in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.